Dear students, in the last class we have discussed about the structure of DNA, that is DNA double helix model. According to DNA double helix model proposed by Watson and Crick, DNA contains two polynucleotide strands. In that polynucleotide strands, sugar and phosphate forms the backbone, whereas the nitrogen bases are present right angles to sugar and phosphate backbone. There, always adenine pairs with thymine and cytosine pairs with guanine or vice versa. In between adenine and thymine, two hydrogen bonds are present. In between cytosine and guanine, 3 hydrogen bonds are present. One full turn measures about 34 angstrom, and in one full turn, 10 base pairs are present. That means the distance between two consecutive base pairs is 3.4 angstrom. In DNA, we can observe the complementary base pairing, means adenine pairs with thymine and cytosine pairs with guanine. In this class, let us discuss about the next concept, that is transforming principle. Transforming principle. Transforming principle. Frederick Griffith Frederick Griffith observed that a Streptococcus pneumoniae is a bacterium which causes pneumonia. Frederick Griffith observed that the bacterium responsible for the disease pneumonia is Streptococcus pneumoniae. Streptococcus pneumoniae is the bacterium which is responsible for the development of the disease called pneumonia. It is the bacterium which causes pneumonia disease. It is one of the disease particularly infects the respiratory system, pneumonia. Streptococcus pneumoniae is the bacterium which causes the disease called pneumonia. Frederick Griffith also observed the presence of two different strains of Streptococcus pneumoniae. On agar medium, when Streptococcus is developed, it produces two types of strains, two types of colonies or two types of strains such as S strain and R strain. Streptococcus pneumoniae produces two types of strains on agar medium. It is a medium which is used to grow the bacterium artificially. In the laboratory condition, one can grow a particular species of bacterium using agar medium. Two types of strains are, one is S strain. One is S strain and another one is R strain. S and R strain. S strain and R strain. This S strain is smooth. On agar medium, S strain produces smooth, shiny colonies. It produces smooth and shiny colonies. S strain is nothing but smooth strain. It's a strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae. S strain is the one of the strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae. In laboratory condition, one can grow the Streptococcus pneumonia bacterium using agar medium. On agar medium, it produces two types of strain. One type of strain is called as S strain or smooth strain. S strain on agar medium produces smooth and shiny colonies. These smooth and shiny colonies are produced due to the presence of capsule of polysaccharide. Capsule of polysaccharide. Due to the presence of a capsule or a layer of polysaccharide, this S strain or smooth strain produces shiny and smooth colonies. And this S strain is virulent strain. It is virulent strain. Virulent strain means pathogenic. Virulent or virulency. S strain is virulent strain. That is, it is able to cause disease called pneumonia. And virulency, or in case of S strain, pathogenesis is due to. Pathogenesis means ability to cause disease. Pathogenesis is due to the presence of capsule. Due to the presence of capsule of polysaccharide, this S strain is virulent. Next, another type of colony is called R strain. Another type of strain is R strain or rough strain. R strain, or it is also called as rough strain. On agar medium, this rough strain or R strain, produces dull and rough colonies. It produces dull and rough colonies on agar medium. R strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae produces dull and rough colonies. And important is, in case of R strain, capsule is absent. Due to the absence of capsule, R strain produces dull and rough colonies. Here, capsule of polysaccharide is absent. Whereas in R strain, capsule of polysaccharide is present. Here, capsule of polysaccharide is absent in case of R strain. Due to the absence of capsule of polysaccharide only, R strain produces dull and rough colonies on agar medium. And this R strain or rough strain is non-virulent. This is non-virulent, whereas S strain is or smooth strain is virulent. R strain or rough strain is non-virulent. Non-virulent means unable to cause disease. It is R strain is unable to cause disease, whereas S strain is virulent. That means S strain is able to cause disease. R strain is non-virulent, that is mainly due to the absence of capsule. Virulency is due to the presence of capsule, but here R strain is non-virulent because here capsule of polysaccharide is absent. That means R strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae is unable to cause the disease pneumonia. When R strain of Streptococcus pneumonia enters the human body or enters any animal body, then it will not cause pneumonia disease. But the entry of S strain or smooth strain of Streptococcus pneumonia into the human body or into the animal body cause the disease called pneumonia. Okay. By seeing these two types of strains, Griffith conducted an experiment by taking these R strain and S strain of the bacteria and mice. What is that experiment? Let us discuss now. Griffith first took mice and he injected the mice. Griffith took few mice and then he injected the mice with S strain. He injected the mice with S strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae. And S strain, we have already discussed that S strain or smooth strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae is able to cause pneumonia disease. Right? When Griffith injected the S strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae into mice, that mice were died. Mice died. Here mice died due to the development of the disease called pneumonia. This is very, very important. When Griffith injected the S strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae into few mice, after few days mice were died due to the development of pneumonia. Means after the death of the mice, Griffith observed the presence of S strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae in the blood sample of the died mice. After observing the presence of Streptococcus pneumoniae in the blood sample, he concluded that these mice were died due to pneumonia disease. Then he injected a group of mice with R strain. Here he conducted series of experiments. Then he injected few mice with R strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae and he observed the mice after few days. But these mice lived. These mice were lived, means R strain or rough strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae is non-virulent or non-pathogenic. Here capsule of polysaccharide is absent. Due to the absence of capsule of polysaccharide, R strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae is unable to cause or unable to develop pneumonia disease. Hence, mice lived. Then Griffith injected mice with heat-killed S strain. He injected mice with heat-killed S strain. Heat-killed S strain. In case of Streptococcus pneumoniae, particularly in S strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae, virulency is due to the presence of capsule of polysaccharide, or S strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae develop pneumonia disease due to the presence of a capsule of polysaccharide. That capsule of polysaccharide is responsible for the development of disease called pneumonia. But here Griffith injected heat-killed S strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae into mice. When we heat the S strain of Streptococcus pneumonia, dissolution of the capsule of polysaccharide takes place, or the capsule of polysaccharide present on the Streptococcus pneumoniae. This is the, consider this is Streptococcus pneumoniae and here this one is capsule. Consider this is a capsule of polysaccharide. When we heat this S strain, when we heat the S strain, remember inside this everything is present, nucleoid, mesosomes, then here ribosomes, then flagella, fimbriae, everything are present here. Okay, when Griffith heat this S strain, then this capsule dissolves. This capsule dissolves like this. From this S strain, capsule dissolves like this. S strain means which contains capsule of polysaccharide. But when we heat the S strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae, that capsule of polysaccharide dissolves. Now, after heating this, in this S strain, capsule is absent or capsule of polysaccharide is dissolved. Due to the dissolution of the capsule of polysaccharide, this heat-killed S strain is unable to cause the disease in case of mice. Hence, after few days, he observed that mice were lived. When Griffith injected heat-killed S strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae into mice, then mice lived. Because heating causes the dissolution of capsule of polysaccharide, and capsule of polysaccharide is responsible for the virulency of Streptococcus pneumoniae. Then he conducted one more experiment. Then in that he injected a group of mice with the mixture of heat-killed S strain. He injected a group of mice with heat-killed S strain, and live R strain. Griffith injected this mixture. Mixture of heat-killed S strain with live R strain. Remember, heat-killed S strain means upon heating, here capsule of polysaccharide is dissolved. Means capsule is absent. Live R strain means already we have discussed that in live R strain or in R strain, capsule is absent. Means R strain is unable to cause disease. Heat-killed S strain is also unable to cause disease according to this step. But unfortunately, after few days, he observed that mice were died. According to these two steps, mice should be lived. But here what happened? Mice died due to the development of pneumoniae. Here mice died mainly due to the development of pneumoniae. Then after seeing this, Griffith concluded that something is transferred from heat-killed S strain to live R strain. After seeing this result, Griffith concluded that something is transferred from heat-killed S strain to live R strain. But he don't know what is that something. But he called it as transforming principle. Something is transferred from heat-killed S strain to live R strain. And that something which is transferred from heat-killed S strain to live R strain transformed the live R strain into live S strain. Heat-killed S strain means here capsule is absent. Live R strain means here also capsule is absent. But when the mixture of heat-killed S strain and live R strain is injected into mice, mice died. By seeing this, Griffith concluded that something is transferred from heat killed S strain to live R strain. The something transferred from heat killed S strain to live R strain had enabled the synthesis of capsule by live R strain. Means due to this something, due to the transfer of this something, live R strain synthesized capsule. After the synthesis of capsule of polysaccharide, this live R strain became virulent. Means earlier it is live R strain, due to the transforming principle or due to the transfer of something, live R strain changed into live S strain. It is transformed into live S strain. Live R strain transformed into live S strain. This live S strain means here due to that something, live R strain synthesized the capsule. And the capsule of polysaccharide developed the pneumonia disease in case of mice. That means here live R strain is transformed into live S strain. That live S strain developed pneumonia disease in mice, and due to the development of pneumonia, here mice were died. This is about transforming principle explained by the Griffith. Thank you.